What's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. We have so much to talk about today, so we're not going to waste any time with an intro. The only thing that I will say is if you're brand new to the channel or you like watching these videos and maybe you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, today's the day to do so because we're on the road to 300,000 subs, and this is the best place to be if you want to stay up to date on the game of baseball. Corbin Burns made history yesterday. Ronald Acuña Jr. unfortunately got injured yet again, and then Garrett Cole as well as Logan Gilbert, they made their MLB debuts yesterday. But before we talk about the games and break them down, I do want to show this video of John Means clearly using a foreign substance in his glove. This was from April 8th, so the first week of the 2021 season. And now another video has surfaced of John Means facing the Mets. This comes from a TikTok account. I'll go ahead and link it in the description down below to make sure he gets the credit. But he discovered that John Means was pretty much cheating yet again. I cannot confirm whether he was or not because I don't want to defame anyone. But if you look at the video, he is doing the exact same thing that he did from April 8th. He's just fidgeting with his glove a little bit too much, and his glove actually sticks to his finger. So without saying he cheated, I'm almost 100% positive that John Means, as well as 95% of every pitcher in Major League Baseball, is using some sort of foreign substance. And before the season started, Major League Baseball came out and said that they were going to crack down. To my knowledge, I haven't seen anything about a player getting suspended for it, even though everyone is seemingly using it. So I think they should just give up on it. It's not something that they can control or care about, it seems like. John Means, in my opinion, has cheated numerous times in 2021, and his ERA sitting at a 1.37 or something crazy like that. Is that because of pine tar? Is that because of sticky substances? Who knows? Honestly, I don't really care. A lot of Major League Baseball hitters have said that they don't care because it means that pitchers have better command and they're not going to have 98 fastballs at their head. But then again, hit by pitches are at an all-time high. So what's the truth? All right, let's go ahead and get into the games from yesterday. Corbin Burns, like I mentioned in the intro, made some history yesterday, but it came at the hands of a loss to the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals win 2-0 and are now 3 games ahead of the Milwaukee Brewers for first place. Corbin Burns versus Jack Flaherty, you already knew that it was going to be a low-scoring game. Nolan Arenado drives in the first run of the game, and then Corbin Burns, on his way to 5 innings, only allowed 1 run and had 9 strikeouts. Unfortunately, he did walk 1 hitter in the 5th inning, so his record ended at 58 consecutive strikeouts without a walk. That is the best in baseball history. And at number 2 is Garrett Cole right now. If you did not know this, and I didn't know until I was doing some research, Garrett Cole has 56 consecutive strikeouts without a walk. So he's 2 behind Corbin Burns, and I feel like that record is about to get broken in Cole's next start. I'm going to knock on wood so I don't jinx it. Also, I just want to mention that Jack Flaherty is 7-0 with a 2.47 ERA. Is that good? But because we just brought up Garrett Cole, let's talk about the Yankees because they got spanked by the Tampa Bay Rays. Jameson Taillon was torched. Austin Meadows, he makes it 4-0 on a 2-run home run. And 41-year-old Rich Hill goes 6 2/3 innings, only allows 3 hits, does not allow a single earned run. And dating back to his last few starts, that is now 16 consecutive innings without giving up a single earned run. Randy Arozarena is the Yankee killer. He has 7 home runs in his last 16 games against the Bronx Bombers. So honestly, the next decade, as long as Randy Arozarena is on the Tampa Bay Rays, Yankees fans are going to dread playing the Rays every single time. And also Austin Meadows, he's pretty good too. He drives in 2 more before the game is over. Moving on over to Cleveland versus Seattle. Logan Gilbert had a fantastic start to his debut. A 1-2-3 first inning. Garrett Cole unfortunately got robbed by Josh Naylor. This was a fantastic play in right field, and that was pretty much it for the Mariners in terms of excitement. It was all downhill from that point. Fran Mills shows that you cannot make mistake pitches in the big leagues, and then Jose Ramirez proves the same point with a fastball pretty much right down the middle. You have Zach Plesac going 8 no-hit innings, but then the announcer for Cleveland, Matt Underwood, in my opinion, he jinxed it because he was the home announcer and he brought it up in the broadcast. You never ever do that, but Plesac goes 8 innings, allows 2 earned runs on 2 base hits after Dylan Moore goes yard, and then Brian Shaw luckily comes in and saves the day after Emmanuel Clase looked horrible. Clase should have never been in the game because he's pitched way too much the last week, but prime Brian Shaw, he is back in business. He was great for Cleveland in 2016. He wasn't very good. Actually, he was horrible for Colorado after he signed a big contract, but now that he's back with Cleveland, he should be good to go. Knock on wood. Again, not trying to jinx my own team, team. Now, while we're on the subject of the Mariners and young prospects, I want to show this clip from Julio Rodriguez. He hit a 430-foot home run. I expect him to get called up to AA and then AAA. I don't think he's going to be in the big leagues in 2021, but if he does, watch the heck out. I can pretty much guarantee that Kelenic, Kyle Lewis, Mitch Haniger, and Julio Rodriguez, those 4 guys going forward are going to be monsters. Willie Calhoun might be the best bad ball hitter in Major League Baseball. I don't know how many times we've shown a clip of him hitting a home run on a ball that is at the top of his head. He does it again yesterday. Jose Altuve answers back though. He clears the bases on a double, and then Joey Gallo, my friend, ties it up later on in the game. An insane double play helps out the Astros in the 10th inning from allowing the Rangers to reclaim the lead, and then in the bottom of the 10th inning, the Astros are trying to walk it off on a sacrifice fly to my friend Joey Gallo, but Joey throws a 97-mile-per-hour seed to hose Chad or Chaz McCormick. I don't remember his first name, but unfortunately it didn't really mean anything because the Astros walk it off in the 11th on a wild pitch. Miles Straw is way too fast, so the Astros escape with a 4-3 victory. The Jays were facing the Braves yesterday. We talked about it yesterday. Ronald Acuña Jr. hit his 12th home run, which is one more than Jose Ramirez. I didn't even realize that J-Ram was up to 11 already, and then from there it was kind of a roller coaster game. The Jays and the Braves were going back and forth up until Acuña. He left the game in the 7th inning. The game is no longer the most important thing. It's all about making sure that Ronald Acuña Jr. is healthy, and the Jays took advantage of that, and they go out for 4 runs later on in the game. Toronto is now on a 3-game winning streak. On the flip side, the Braves have now lost 3 consecutive games, and might I mention, the Braves bullpen now sits at a horrible 4.84 ERA. That is in the bottom 6 for all of Major League Baseball. They got to get that fixed. Will Smith, not been good. Newcomers Kyle Schwarber and Josh Bell, they drive in the first 4 runs for the Nationals yesterday, and Starlin Castro makes it 5-1 after 6 innings. And the reason why the Phillies could only put up 1 run after 6 innings is because Patrick Corbin was insane. 7 innings, only allowed that 1 run, did not walk anybody, and racked up 9 strikeouts. The Phillies are now 1.5 game back of the Mets for first place in the NL East. The Tigers hand the Royals their 11th consecutive loss. Detroit, their offense has been playing way better as of late. They're actually scoring when runners are in scoring position. They tally 4 in the 2nd inning, and Spencer Turnbull was fantastic. He goes 6 1/3, only allows that 1 run, strikes out 7, and then the bullpen, who is the worst in baseball by far, they have an ERA 6+. Michael Fulmer saves it after Giovanni Soto almost implodes, pretty much what Brian Shaw did for Emmanuel Clase. Michael Fulmer did the same thing for Mr. Giovanni Soto. The White Sox, they get their 6th consecutive win. The Twins lose their 4th consecutive game. Chiefs, there's a lot of good teams that are playing horrible baseball right now. Tim Anderson and Jake Lamb, they both hit a home run. Billy Hamilton, he pretty much saves the game for Lance Lynn in the 4th inning with a web gem on the track. He robs, I can't remember who hit it, but he robs someone of probably a double. Lance Lynn dominates over 5 scoreless innings. He has 9 strikeouts, and then Andrew Vaughn and Yermin Mercedes, they provide some much needed insurance runs. Liam Hendricks was fired up at the end of the game. He does save it. He's been pitching a lot lately, so look for him to get the day off today or tomorrow. The Giants beat the Pirates narrowly yesterday, 3-1. Will Crowe versus Anthony Desclafani. This was a pretty fun pitching duel to watch up until the 5th inning. Desclafani goes 5 innings, only allows 1 hit, does not allow a single earned run, and lowers his ERA to 2.14. And then Rogers, he gets the save because McGee, again, just like a lot of other closers we've talked about today, pitching way too much, and the Giants starters have the 2nd lowest ERA in Major League Baseball. The Giants are on a 3-game winning streak and almost 3 games ahead of the Padres for first place in that division. The Red Sox, this wasn't even close. JD Martinez and Xander Bogaerts, that combination is just not fair. Bobby Dahlbeck hit a monster home run, and then Xander Bogaerts makes it 7-0. Sean Manaea got lit up. Garrett Richards, he's slightly bouncing back after a rough start to the season. He goes 6 innings of scoreless baseball, and Hunter Renfroe ends it with a web gem. So the Red Sox win 8-1 over the A's. And then the final 2 games, some National League games. The Rockies beat the Reds 13-8, but the game was crazy. If you did not watch it, let me break it down real quick. Connor Joe, which is a fantastic name, by the way, he kickstarts the game with an RBI double, and then Josh Fuentes hits a home run. He has 7 RBIs in his last 2 games. Connor Joe drives in 2 more, and the Rockies pop off for 10 runs as Chichi Gonzalez was terrific. 7 innings, doesn't allow a single run, and then the Reds say, you know what, it is our turn to pop off. They scored 8 runs in the 8th inning. I bet Rockies fans were just terrified, and then the Rockies score a few runs in the 8th that pretty much quiets the Cincinnati team, who was trying to fight back. Luis Castillo has 55 hits, 32 earned runs, and 37 innings pitched. Both of those are the worst in Major League Baseball, so by metrics, Luis Castillo, who has the ability to be a top pitcher in baseball, I believe he started an All-Star game a few years ago. Statistically, he has been the worst pitcher in all of baseball. And then last but not least, Brian Anderson and Miguel Rojas, they show off the leather yesterday with some web gems, and then Brian Anderson shows off some offensive prowess. The Marlins take a 2-1 lead, and then Trevor Rogers does the rest from there. 6 innings, 1 run, and 7 strikeouts. Jesus Aguilar, he drives in a run, so he's now up to 32, still in second place, right behind JD Martinez and Corey Dickerson, as well as Adam Duvall. They make it 5-1 as the Marlins beat the Diamondbacks. And that does it for today's MLB recap. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think that Jarred Kelenic and Logan Gilbert are going to be bust? I was streaming live on Twitch, and that was the entire chat. Bust, bust, bust. I thought it was a little annoying, but I know that people just want to be trolls and think that they're funny. It's not funny. I think Kelenic is going to be a beast, and same for Logan Gilbert, but it's their first start. There's going to be some jitters. But anyways, that's a different story for a different day. Thank you all so much for watching, and enjoy this day in MLB history. Stay safe.
Stauffer from the windup, and that ball is blasted center field. There's number 1. And several more hundred to follow, we hope. The Nats lead 4-1.